Hey everyone, and welcome to the JP show. I think that should be our new name
Okay, I
is
kind of like PJ.
PJ, but then I think
PJ.
of
I
pajamas.
know, but people could be watching
Watching
this
in
at
their
home in their
PJs.
PJs.
Okay, PJ, the PJ show. So we're on our second reading strategy, and that strategy is going to be identifying key words and summarizing. So you have a note sheet in front of you, or you should. So go ahead and take notes as we go.
Okay, so what you will be doing is you will be using keywords that will point you in the right direction, meaning that they're going to lead you to the big idea. So we're going to just give you words, but then you're going to think about, okay, there's a bigger idea behind that word. Why did they want us to think about, this certain section of the text? So you really have to, your job is to evaluate why we picked those words.
Yeah. So when we give you the keywords, they'll be on a PowerPoint in front of the class while we're reading, and you just have to identify what are the important parts around that word. How do those words and the ideas around the words help develop the plot or the character or the theme? And then why do you think that we chose those ideas or those words? Like, why would those be important to the overall meaning of the text that you're reading?
And then another way that you can actually use this reading strategy is that after you've gone through one time where we have actually identified the keywords for you, you guys will have to identify the keywords. So this is going to force you, once again, we talked about this last week, to be an active reader. So you can't just sit there and stare blankly at a page. You actually have to get involved. And you have to decide what are the most important details in the text. So then, you're reading a chapter, you come across something that seems very important. So you're going to pick a keyword within that section that's going to help, your readers know that that's an important part. And then you will write a much more focused and concise summary, and that's the goal of this reading strategy.
Yeah. So on that summary, especially if you picked out all these important keywords to the text and whatever you have read, you want to use those keywords in the summary that you write for the chapter or the event that happened in the book. If you use those keywords, your summary is going to be a lot stronger because you've pinpointed those important facts or the important elements in the story. So yeah, just using these keywords is going to help you understand more, and it's going to help you write a more powerful summary at the end.
Because the idea with the summary, it doesn't really matter if it's 8 pages long. Fabulous. You want it to be more concise than anything. So it's not about how much you've written, but have you written the right things down.
Yeah,
So hopefully this can
definitely
help you.
quality over quantity. So, all right, so we're gonna move into our example now. Woo! Got a little carried away with that example, and we had to have a dance party.
And I'm not gonna lie, I know Miss Phillips won the dance off at the pep assembly,
That's right.
so obviously, my dance moves didn't look as good as hers, but that's okay. I'm practicing.
It's all right. So let's actually talk about the example. That was Lady Gaga and her song Hair. If you have not heard that, yeah. So here's an example and how it's set up.
Okay. All right. So you can see the text on the screen. We've put the words that we feel like we would consider keywords in bold. So obviously you're reading along, you read the words, but when you get to certain words, you're thinking, okay, why is this one in bold? What's important? What's the bigger idea there? So that's how it will be when you're reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah. So when you're reading, you can on your own piece of paper have write down the important words and the page number they're on and things like that. So for Lady Gaga, we bolded the words hair, identity, be myself, and I am my hair. The whole premise of this song is that she expresses herself through her hair, and she likes to do different things with it, but her parents don't approve of it. So if she does something weird with her hair at night, her mom would come in and cut her hair out, like off or whatever. So in this one, my mom will cut my hair at night. Hair is important because that's what the song is about. Then it's also talking about how her parents are not accepting of her choices. And then we highlighted identity because her hair is her identity, and if it's not there, she questions her parents like, why can't I be who I want to be? Which brings us to the next bolded one, be myself. She just wants to be herself through her hair. That's how she does that. And then at the very end she says, I am my hair. So it's just kind of solidifying that whole fact that that is how she expresses herself. So you can use those keywords to summarize this song, and those are the ones that we picked out.
Okay.
Yep.
So you'll be doing the same thing in class, like we said. The first time, as a class, we'll read the chapter and we'll be showing you the words one at a time and kind of walking you through that. Then the second time, we'll give you the words on the paper and you'll walk yourself through that. Sorry. Then the third time, you actually have to find the keywords. And it can be tricky, but I think it will really make you think about the most important facts, why they're there, and once again, it's making sure you're involved with the text. So.
Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing. Like, you're going to have to think about it. So it's not just going to be like, the words are surprisingly going to be bolded in chapter 7. They're not. You're going to have to think about it, and, you know, and you can do it. We are confident that you guys are capable of thinking and pulling out these keywords, so be ready for that.
Well, I guess that's all.
All right. Peace out.
See ya.